You know what's strange about buying a television today? It's not actually about the television anymore. Think about it. 30 years ago, you walked into a store, you picked a brand you trusted, you brought it home, and that was it. The TV worked. For decades. My uncle still has a Panasonic from 1987 sitting in his basement. The thing survived 3 moves, 2 kids, and a flood. Still turns on. But somewhere between then and now, something shifted. The product became less important than the system around the product. The retailer, the delivery company, the warranty paperwork, the third-party seller you didn't know you were buying from. All these layers that didn't used to exist. And here's what nobody talks about. You can buy the exact same television, same brand, same model number, same screen size, and have a completely different experience depending on whether you click Buy on Amazon or walk into a Best Buy. Not because the TV is different, because everything else is different. That's what we're unpacking today. Not which TV to buy, where to buy it. Because I've spent the last month digging through return policies, warranty claims, delivery horror stories, and the fine print that most people never read until something goes wrong. And what I found is that most people are making a $1,500 decision based on whichever website loads faster on their phone. That needs to change. Before we go further, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, and I want to hear from you. What TV or appliance are you using right now, and what problems are you facing with it? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one, and your experience might help someone else avoid a costly mistake. Let's start with the question that seems obvious but isn't. Why does it matter where you buy a TV? A Sony is a Sony, right? An LG is an LG. Same specs, same panel, same remote control. On paper, yes. In reality, no. The retailer reality gap. Here's what I mean. When you buy a refrigerator, you're not just buying a metal box that keeps lettuce cold. You're buying the installation, the warranty, the number you call when it stops working at 9 o'clock on a Sunday night, the return policy when you realize it doesn't fit through your kitchen door. Televisions are the same, except they're more fragile, more expensive, and increasingly complicated. And the 2 biggest places people buy them, Amazon and Best Buy, operate on completely different models. Best Buy is a traditional retailer, physical stores, employees on salary or hourly wages, specialized delivery teams, in-person support. They make money when you buy the TV, and they make more money if you come back and trust them again next time. Amazon is a platform. They're part retailer, part marketplace, part logistics company. When you search for a TV on Amazon, you're not always buying from Amazon. You're often buying from someone else who's renting space on Amazon's website. Someone whose name you might not even notice until you read the fine print. And that distinction, that subtle difference between sold by Amazon and sold by Random Electronics LLC, fulfilled by Amazon, that's where a lot of problems start. The third-party seller trap. Let me explain how this works, because it's deliberately confusing. When you see a TV listing on Amazon, there's a line of text that tells you who's selling it. If it says sold by Amazon, you're buying directly from Amazon. Your manufacturer's warranty applies normally. Amazon handles everything. But if it says sold by, followed by some other company name, even if it also says fulfilled by Amazon, you're buying from a third-party seller. Amazon is just handling the shipping and storage. The actual sale is between you and someone else. Why does this matter? Because your warranty depends on who sold you the TV. Some manufacturers, Samsung being the most notable example, have been known to refuse warranty service for televisions purchased through third-party Amazon sellers. Not because the TV is fake, not because there's anything wrong with it, but because the seller wasn't an authorized retailer. Oh, so you think you're getting a deal? You save $100. You're happy. Then 6 months later, the screen develops a line of dead pixels. You contact Samsung. They ask where you bought it. You tell them Amazon. They ask for proof of purchase. You send the receipt. And they tell you, sorry, that seller isn't authorized. We can't honor the warranty. Now you're stuck. You can try filing what's called an A to Z claim with Amazon, where they mediate between you and the seller. But that's not a warranty claim. That's a customer service dispute. It's slower, less predictable, and requires you to prove the TV was defective when it arrived, which isn't always easy 6 months later. This is not a small risk. This is a real thing that happens to real people who thought they were just buying a TV from Amazon. At Best Buy, this doesn't happen. Best Buy is an authorized retailer for every major brand they sell. Your manufacturer's warranty is valid, period. There's no ambiguity, no third-party confusion, no fine print you have to decode. The delivery problem nobody talks about. Now, let's talk about what happens when your TV actually ships, because this is where Amazon's convenience starts to crack. Over the past 2 years, there's been a massive surge in complaints about damaged TV deliveries from Amazon. 55-inch screens arriving with crushed corners, 65-inch screens with cracked panels, 75-inch boxes that look like they were used as ramps. Part of the problem is logistics. Amazon uses multiple delivery partners, and not all of them are equipped to handle large, fragile electronics. And there are documented cases of 85-inch TVs being delivered by a single person when the box clearly says 2-person lift required. There are Ring doorbell videos showing delivery drivers leaning massive TVs against cars in driveways or propping them against garage doors in the rain. And here's the part that should worry you. Amazon knows this is a problem. They're not denying it. In fact, they've announced they're planning to stop home delivery of large items, including furniture and big-screen TVs, by the end of 2026. Think about what that means. The largest online retailer in the world, the company that delivers everything from toothpaste to trampolines, is saying, "We cannot reliably get large televisions to your house without too many of them arriving broken." That's not me editorializing. Oh, that's their internal conclusion. Now, what happens if your TV does arrive damaged? You've got a 30-day return window, which is longer than Best Buy's standard 15 days. That's good. But returning a 75-inch TV isn't like returning a book. You need to coordinate a carrier pickup. You need the original box, which hopefully you kept, even though it's been taking up half your garage. You need to repack the TV, which, if you've never done it, is harder than it sounds. And then you're waiting for someone to come pick it up, hoping the return gets processed correctly, hoping the refund goes through without issues. All of this happens remotely, through email, through chat, through automated phone systems. There's no physical location you can drive to if something goes wrong. At the Best Buy difference. Best Buy operates differently. They offer free delivery on TVs 51 inches and larger, and they bring it into the room of your choice. They'll carry it upstairs. They use specialized carriers who are trained to handle electronics, not just generic freight companies. If you want installation, if you want the TV mounted on your wall, if you want them to take your old TV away, you can arrange all of that at the time of purchase. It costs extra, yes, but it's straightforward. No surprises. And here's the big one. If something's wrong with your TV, you can put it in your car and drive it to a Best Buy store. You can talk to an actual person, face to face in the same room. If it's a simple problem, Well, someone from Geek Squad might troubleshoot it right there and fix the issue without you needing to return anything. If you do need to return it, and they have another one in stock, you can walk out with a replacement immediately. That physical presence changes everything. There's a psychological comfort in knowing that if something goes wrong, you're not trapped in an email chain with customer service in another time zone. You can drive somewhere. You can talk to someone. You can point at the TV and say, "Look, this isn't working." Now, Best Buy's standard return window is shorter than Amazon's. 15 days instead of 30. That's a real downside. But if you're a Best Buy member, you get 60 days. And during the holidays, they extend the window even further. Here's something else most people don't know. And Best Buy will price match Amazon within 15 days of your purchase. So if you see the same TV cheaper on Amazon, you can ask Best Buy to match it. You get the lower price plus all of Best Buy's service advantages. Amazon doesn't price match at all. If the price drops after you buy, your only option is to return the TV and buy it again at the new price, which is possible, but it's a hassle nobody wants. The OLED warranty question. Let's talk about OLED TVs specifically, because this is where Best Buy really separates itself. OLED screens are beautiful. The picture quality is stunning. The contrast, the black levels, the color accuracy, all of it is exceptional. But OLED has one known weakness: burn-in. Burn-in is when static images, things like channel logos, news tickers, video game health bars, or to get permanently etched into the screen if they're displayed for long periods. It doesn't happen to everyone. Modern OLEDs have protections against it. But it can happen. Most manufacturer warranties don't clearly cover burn-in. Some classify it as user error. Some have vague language that leaves room for them to deny claims. Best Buy's Geek Squad Protection Plan explicitly covers OLED burn-in for 5 years. Clear language, no ambiguity. If burn-in happens, you're covered. Amazon doesn't offer anything comparable. You're relying entirely on the manufacturer's warranty, which, as we've discussed, might not even be valid if you bought from a third-party seller. If you're spending $2,000 or $3,000 on an OLED TV, that coverage matters. It's the difference between peace of mind and wondering if you're going to lose your investment to something that technically isn't supposed to happen, but sometimes does anyway. The European reality. Now, if you're watching this from Europe, the landscape is different. Best Buy doesn't operate in most European countries. They're a North American company. But you have something better: European Union consumer protection laws. Every electronic product sold in the EU by a professional seller comes with a minimum 2-year warranty automatically. That's not something you pay extra for. That's built into the purchase by law, and it covers repair, replacement, or refund if the product is defective. On top of that, some countries go even further. In the UK, our retailers like John Lewis offer 5-year guarantees on televisions at no extra cost. 5 years. Free. That's the best warranty deal you'll find anywhere in the world. Amazon operates throughout Europe, and the same cautions apply. Buy directly from Amazon when possible. Be very careful with third-party sellers. And understand that if you try to import a TV from the United States, you're likely to run into warranty complications because manufacturers usually won't honor warranties across regions. For those of you in Canada, Best Buy operates there with similar policies to the United States, though there have been reports of delivery issues with certain partners. In Australia, stick with local authorized retailers who can provide support under Australian consumer law. The money question. So let's talk about price. Yeah, because that's what this really comes down to for most people. Is Amazon cheaper? Sometimes, yes. especially during Prime Day, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. You can find real deals, but here's what you need to understand. The lowest price on Amazon might be from a third-party seller, and we've already talked about the risks there. The warranty ambiguity, the potential delivery problems, the lack of clear recourse if something goes wrong. If you're comparing Amazon's price to Best Buy's price, make sure you're comparing apples to apples. Same seller status, same warranty coverage, same return policy. And remember, Best Buy will price match. If Amazon is cheaper, ask Best Buy to match it. You get the lower price plus the in-store support, the reliable delivery, the clear warranty path. Here's a real-world example from late last year. Someone was looking at a TCL TV. On Amazon, from a third-party seller, it was $900. At Best Buy, the same model was $1,000. $100 difference. But the Amazon listing didn't clearly state the warranty status. The delivery estimate was 10 days with no installation option, and the seller had mixed reviews about customer service. At Best Buy, the warranty was clear. Delivery was 3 days with in-home setup available, and the return policy was straightforward. Is saving $100 worth those trade-offs? For some people, maybe. For me, no. Not on a $1,500 purchase I'm planning to keep for 7 years. The Costco alternative. There's a third option I should mention, Costco. If you're already a Costco member, they offer a 90-day return window on televisions. 90 days. Well, that's 3 times Best Buy's standard window and 3 times Amazon's window. On top of that, Costco includes a 2-year warranty automatically at no extra cost. You don't pay for extended protection. It's included. The catch is you need a Costco membership, which costs $65 a year. And their selection is more limited than Amazon or Best Buy. But if you already shop at Costco for other things, it's absolutely worth considering for a TV purchase. I've heard stories of people bringing TVs back to Costco 18 months after purchase because something failed. And Costco just took it back without argument. No questions, no hassle. That kind of customer-first policy is rare in retail today. What you should actually do. Let me give you some practical guidance if you're planning to buy a TV soon. First, know exactly what you're buying and from whom. If you're on Amazon, look carefully at who's selling the product. If it says sold by Amazon, you're fine. If it says sold by someone else, be cautious. Check if that seller is an authorized retailer for the brand. Don't assume. Second, keep the original box. I know it's big. I know it's inconvenient. But both Amazon and Best Buy prefer returns in original packaging. Some situations require it. If you're within the return window, keep that box in your garage or basement. Third, test your TV thoroughly as soon as you get it. Don't just turn it on and assume it's fine. Watch different types of content. Check for dead pixels. Test the smart features. Make sure the remote works properly. If there's a problem, it's far easier to deal with it in the first week than 3 months down the road. Fourth, understand what your warranty actually covers. Read the paperwork. If you're buying an OLED, seriously consider protection that explicitly covers burn-in. If you're buying from Best Buy, look at what Geek Squad protection includes and decide if it makes sense for your situation. And fifth, think about long-term value, not just the lowest upfront price. Saving $100 today might feel good in the moment, but if you end up with a damaged delivery, avoided warranty, or a complicated return process, that savings evaporates quickly. The bigger picture. Here's what frustrates me about modern retail, and I think a lot of people feel this way. Buying used to be simpler. You went to a store. You talked to someone who knew the products. You made a decision based on clear information. You brought it home. And if something went wrong, you knew exactly where to go. Today, we're drowning in options, but clarity is harder to find. We're expected to navigate third-party sellers, shipping partners, warranty disclaimers, return policies that vary by product, membership tiers that change the rules. All of that complexity creates opportunities for things to go wrong in ways they didn't used to. And when things go wrong, the burden falls on you to figure it out. That's why the retailer matters. The retailer is the layer between you and the product. They determine whether your buying experience is smooth or frustrating, whether problems get resolved quickly or drag on for weeks, whether you feel supported or abandoned. Amazon built an empire on convenience. Click a button, product shows up. That model works brilliantly for books, for clothes, and for small household items. But for large, expensive, fragile electronics where after-sale support matters, convenience alone isn't enough. Best Buy built their business on expertise and service. Physical locations, trained staff, installation and support services. In an era where everything is moving online, that physical presence is becoming more valuable, not less. The real question. So here we are. You're standing at a decision point. Amazon or Best Buy. Same TV, maybe different prices. Definitely different everything else. What should you do? If the TV is small, if you're comfortable navigating online returns, if you're absolutely certain you're buying directly from Amazon and not a third-party seller, then Amazon is fine. The 30-day window is real. The convenience is real. And if nothing goes wrong, it's a smooth experience. But if you're buying something 65 inches or larger, if you're getting an OLED, if you want installation or mounting, if you value the security of in-person support, go with Best Buy. Use their price matching if you need to. Consider the Geek Squad protection if you're buying OLED. And know that you're choosing reliability over marginal convenience. Because here's what I've learned after decades of buying appliances and electronics. The cheapest option is rarely the best value. The best value comes from buying something that works well, lasts a reasonable amount of time, and comes with support when you need it. Our grandparents understood this. When my grandmother bought that TV in the 70s, she wasn't chasing the absolute lowest price. She was buying from someone she trusted to stand behind the product. Well, and that TV lasted 30 years. We can't get back to that simpler time. Retail has changed, products have changed. But we can still make decisions based on the same principles. Clarity over confusion, support over savings, long-term value over short-term convenience. So, when you're ready to buy your next television, think about what really matters to you. Think about how you'll use it, where you'll put it, and what you'll do if something goes wrong. And then choose the retailer that aligns with those priorities. Not the one with the flashiest website, not the one with the most aggressive advertising, the one that makes sense for your real situation. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, share it with someone who's thinking about buying a TV. Subscribe if you haven't already. And drop a comment letting me know what you're dealing with right now. Because the best product isn't the most expensive or the most advanced. It's the one that fits your real needs, your real home, and your real life. And the best place to buy it is the one that'll still be there when you need them 6 months from now. See you in the next one.